I don't know if I want him to do that. So, I could divulge information on social psych. I did not come here to discuss social psych, but do not presume to clutter our networks with useless garbage. Fine. My engineers have completed an advanced laser infantry prototype. The first units are entering service now, rendering my forces practically invincible. Well, well. An emergency has arisen at one of my bases, Lady Deirdre. Lives are at stake, and information on Centauri ecology is required immediately. Can you help? Your fabricated tales will get you nowhere, Chairman Yang. Your ideals are admirable if a bit misguided, Lady Deirdre, and your faction need not pose a threat to high policy. Shall we sign a treaty of friendship to formalize our symbiotic relationship? As you wish. Hive seems a valuable friend. This treaty demonstrates that planet is large enough for your environmental initiatives and for my social experiments. It also opens the door for trade and commerce between our peoples. May the friendship between the Gaians and the Hive last forever. Our new treaty with the Hive opens the door for trade and commerce. Each of our bases, if it is large enough, may now begin receiving bonus energy generated by trade. Good. Have you any further business, he asks. I have a proposal to make. Let us see. I desire access to your research data. What do I offer in return? Some of my valuable research data, perhaps? Will you transmit your files on Centauri ecology in exchange for my information on doctrine loyalty?
Therefore, a wise prince will seek means by which his subjects will always and in every possible condition of things have need of his government, and then they will always be faithful to him. Niccolo Machiavelli, The Prince, Data Links.
Have you interest in further trading under the same terms? Will you transmit your files on social psych in exchange for my information on industrial base? Give me applied physics instead and you've got a deal.
Scientific theories are judged by the coherence they lend to our natural experience and the simplicity with which they do so. The grand principle of the heavens balances on the razor's edge of truth. Commissioner Pravin Lal, A History of Science.
I believe your data on doctrine mobility could have important implications for my social experiments. I propose that you exchange this knowledge for my own files on industrial base. Interested?
Resources exist to be consumed, and consumed they will be. If not by this generation, then by some future. By what right does this forgotten future seek to deny us our birthright? None, I say. Let us take what is ours, chew and eat our fill. CEO Nwabude K. Morgan, The Ethics of Greed.
Turn complete.
Good. So,
Indigenous
I have given away some of my ecological research in exchange for some extremely valuable combat research. We have found a mysterious monolith. Investigate. The arcane technology of the monolith enhanced our unit to hardened status.
Turn complete. Production complete.
We hold life to be sacred, but we also know the foundation of life consists of a stream of codes, not so different from the successive frames of a watch vid. Why then cannot we cut one code short here and start another there? Is life so fragile that it can withstand no tempering? Does the sacred brook no improvement? Chairman Shenji Yang, Dynamics of Mind.
Turn complete. Turn complete.
Wise man, that Yang.
Indigenous life forms.
Mineworm versus mineworm. Interesting. Ah. They've nurtured into larval mass status. Excellent. So they've been promoted as well. Fine.
Turn complete. Turn complete. Turn complete. Turn complete. Turn complete. Indigenous life forms. Turn complete.
That pod was infested.
Turn complete.
Good.
Turn complete. Turn complete. Pod recovered.
Activating the pod triggers a xenofungal bloom.
Turn complete.
So I won't be building a
Production
base near
complete.
there anytime soon.
Indigenous life forms. Turn complete.
The xenofungus is native to planet.
He held his
and it must
arm
be
too
cleared.
stiffly, and so was thrown back repeatedly, until at last I seized his forearm and snapped it back against itself. His training suffered while the arm healed, of course, but I felt this was a lesson
Turn
he must
complete.
learn early.
Turn
And well.
complete. Turn
Spartan kill,
complete.
honing the key.
Turn complete. Turn complete. Indigenous life forms. Turn complete. Turn complete. Turn complete. Pod recovered.
We have discovered a minerals pod from the Unity. It has provided sufficient minerals for us to finish building the formers at Gaia's Landing next term.
Turn complete.
Yes, well, formers are all well and good, Governor, but let's see what else we can build. The minerals coming in at this base.
Production complete. Pod recovered.
Ah, this is not a pod after all, but an alien artifact. We should take it to a base containing a network node for further study.
Indigenous life forms.
I don't know that any of our bases have network nodes yet. We have recovered a data pod from the Unity. The Chief Librarian is installing it into the data links
The
now.
righteous need not cower before the drumbeat of human progress. Though the song of yesterday fades into the challenge of tomorrow,
Turn
God
complete.
still watches and judges
Turn
us.
complete.
Evil lurks in the data links, as it lurked in the streets of yesteryear.
Turn complete.
But it was never the streets that were evil. Sister Miriam Godwinson, The Blessed Struggle.
Turn complete. Turn complete. Indigenous life forms.
Mindworms near
Indigenous life forms.
Gaia's Landing.
Turn complete. Turn complete.
Excellent. My own mindworms have taken care of it. But while walking alone through the corridors of Gaia's Landing, I skimmed the security reports on recent attacks by the horrific native mindworms. Giant swarms, or boils of these mottled 10-centimeter nightmares, have wriggled out of the fungal beds of late, and now threaten to overwhelm base perimeters in several sectors. Victims are paralyzed with psi-induced terror, and then experience an unimaginably excruciating death as the worms burrow into the brain to implant their ravenous larvae. Only the most disciplined security squads can overcome their fear long enough to trigger the flame guns which can keep the worms at bay. Clearly, I will have to tend carefully to the morale of the troops. Furthermore, since terror and surprise increase human casualties dramatically in these encounters, it will be important to strike first when mindworm boils are detected. I consider ordering some former detachments to construct sensors near vulnerable bases to aid in such detection efforts.
There are only two ways in which we can account for a necessary agreement of experience with the concepts of its objects. Either experience makes these concepts possible, or these concepts make experience possible. Immanuel Kant, Critique of Pure Reason, Data Links.